Okay. This is me, Sapling. I'm commentating my current level designer preserve any percent PB. To hopefully help others who want to get into it and explain some of the intricacies of the tricks. Everything is at a normal T1. Just essentially this is just T2 skip route up to Eddie. Once you go to Eddie, we then go to Secret of the Mushroom, because this is the fastest way to get level designer preserve. Now here, the way that this method of LDP works is when you're in a normal stage like Bob-omb Battlefield and you shine cancel something, what happens is you overwrite the animation that happens when you get the shine, when you collect the shine with a dive animation or ground pound or whatever you use to cancel. And then what happens is the game is essentially waiting for you to re-enter the castle, but that doesn't happen, so you're allowed to, it's essentially waiting for you to re-enter the castle, so that it can bring up the save prompt, because it thinks you're about to exit the painting. But that doesn't happen because your stage doesn't change from Bob-omb Battlefield, so you're allowed to keep moving normally. It's different in secret shines because secret stages are technically still part of the castle, so they're just different quote-unquote rooms of the castle. So when you shine cancel them, if you don't have flood equipped, it will actually just do the exit painting animation and bring up the save prompt when you land. That animation or sprite or whatever it is doesn't have any sprites for that animation with hover, so that gets you stuck in a state like this where you're essentially stuck triple jumping every frame, and it resets the animation every frame, which allows you to dive every frame and move very quickly. Then when we get here, okay, so the goal here is we want to move Mario to a spot where he will be able to bring up the save prompt and then die, because what happens when that happens, that save prompt is still there, but because it essentially it changes his animation to dying or whatever and respawning, and then it gets, because the save prompt hasn't been, an option hasn't been chosen, it's still waiting for that, and so it resets his animation to the exit painting and save prompt animation, which brings up another save prompt. So now we switch floods to reactivate the save prompt. Fall off, die. And now you have to wait until I wait until I see the yellow text. You just have to wait until the second prompt starts coming up in order to, or before you click save and quit. Or save and exit. Then just move to the level designer, save and quit. Now we have level designer preserve. now what we're going to do is cloning. Basically what happens is when you test course, it sets Mario's animation, so I think it's just to idle, I'm not sure, and therefore it becomes another shine cancel. And now that we have Eddie, we can just go through the loading zone and get Eddie here, which is like 10 seconds. And then the way this works is I test course. So now there's now Mario's in the exit painting animation. He's going to fall. When I see the text, I'm going to backspace, which brings me back to the level designer with the save prompt again. Now, what happened here is you can see I have the level designer up. So there's two ways to go back to the level designer when you're in a level. One is with exit level, and one is with backspace. So backspace we can't exit level because when you do LDP and you test course, essentially there are two instances of the game running at the same time, and whatever happens, I don't know exactly, but the buttons on the pause screen do not work very well, or at all. So that's partially why we backspace, is because it turns one of those instances of the normal game into a level designer instance, and then we exit level to turn the other one into a level designer instance as well. Then you just repeat that, and eventually about 6 times, I think I do. And then when we're done there, we paste the level code, load it, save, exit. And that was actually quite slow. Wow, that was actually really bad. I normally exit that at 250-ish, 252, so that was really slow, but and world record is currently 418, so that shouldn't surprise you. Now, the level designer isn't only useful for, or LDP isn't only useful for test course and shine cancels. It actually, the reason we load the level is because whatever level you make, that collision and those items actually get put into the main game. And so basically, what happens here, very briefly, we use a door to teleport over here with the invisibility star. There's a dev pipe right around here, and for whatever reason, having the invisibility star with cages, this overwrites normal collision, so essentially this collision is just gone. And so we can enter the pipe hitbox and use this cloud to stand there and press down. Now, up here, we still have actually we have 6 LDP clones running in the background. So the rest of this is essentially I'm clicking test course blind. And for whatever reason, also, the reason we read the sign is because if you test course right here without doing that, it'll warp you to Edge of the Mushroom Kingdom, which we obviously don't want, because the dev pipe is not there. So, warp. Cutscene, I set up the next test course so that I don't have to worry about it, and then we do True Bowser Blind. If you're interested in running this, there are setups that we've found, and it's probably best to just go to the community and we'll link them, or I might link it in the description. And from there, cutscene, mash, and then warp, warp, warp. And done. And then the credits are funny because there's so many instances of the game, it essentially clones in the text, but they all get triggered at once, and the coins are spasming. And then because the background comes to the front when you do level design and preserve, all those instances are still there, so it actually does it in the credits as well, because the credits is just the camera zooming around the actual rooms so except for some reason Wet Dry World does not have the background come to the front, and neither does TikTok Cloud. And then at the end,
thank you so much for playing my game.
You might actually be able to backspace, but yeah, that's about it.